Welcome to 24/7 English. Have you ever had your heart race faster because someone asked a question in English? Name, address, telephone number. Although the voice at the other end of the line grows impatient with impatience, your mind tells him what to think, but your lips just will not move. Nothing comes out. You feel small. You feel hemmed in. Maybe even think, why can't I talk about it? I've already figured it out. What if I told you something different? Confidence comes from understanding basic words better. You don't need good grammar. You don't need long, complicated sentences. Just start speaking. Only one word at a time. As you go, you'll make mistakes. You'll even hear the fear in your own voice. This video isn't to teach you new words. It's to help you have confidence in using what is already inside of you. Yes, we are here to talk, even when it's scary. Speak even if your voice trembles. Yes, it can be done. I've done this. Many others have done this, and you can too now. Namely, my well-wishers, with me to the end. When this video ends, your English study will not be in vain. You can speak. Let's start. Chapter 1. You don't need perfect English. You need a brave mouth. There's a moment everyone has had. You understand the words. You've learned them. You've seen the videos. And yet when somebody turns to say to you, "Hello, how are you?" you become nervous. You forget what to say. Your throat tightens. Your mind goes blank. All those English words you knew so well. But where have they gone? Why does this happen? It's because the kind of thing we've been waiting for, most of us, just isn't here. We are waiting to be perfect. To have perfect English grammar, perfect English pronunciation, and perfect English sentences. But perfection isn't the first step. Bravery is. You don't need to be native level coming straight out of the green gates. You don't even need complete sentences at first. You just need to learn to speak bravely. I still remember myself with my first sentence. There were no teachers there, no classmates, and no English-speaking friends, but there was a mirror. And there was me. I looked at myself and whispered, "I am." Then I stopped. I didn't know what to say next. I am nervous, in spite of the fact that nobody else is there. Still, I said it again, a little louder, with more poise. I am Ariel. That time it was quiet and hesitant, but it was my voice, my words, and that meant everything. Then, I am a student. Again, my hometown is in a tiny mountaintop village. Simple, not perfect, but authentic. But those few sentences became the beginning of my course of study for the past 6 years. I wasn't proficient. I wasn't quite sure. Nevertheless, I had begun. That's the secret. You do not become confident until after you start. Confidence is built as you speak, not before then. So speak even when there is no one present. Speak even when you make mistakes. Speak even if your voice is low and trembling. Because the language is not necessarily complicated. It is all about you. Just try it now. Look around you. Cast your gaze on something. Convey this idea. That is a pen. Say, "I am looking at this video." Say, "The window's open." These sentences are nothing major, but they are your first honest steps. I can tell you, The first time you say one complete sentence aloud, not in your head. Don't keep it in your notebook. Say it from your mouth into the air. At that moment, I felt I was very strong. Some people have a series of victories. Their first victory is that moment in the end. You might think this is a small advantage, but in that sentence is the force and courage of all humankind. And courage, like flowers, you must hope for it, dear reader. Therefore, water it with words. Encourage it with practice. Don't give it up. We don't gain courage from silence. It is by doing what we are afraid to do that we gain confidence, over and over again, until it becomes a natural language for us. If you think, I don't sound good, or what if I make a mistake? Forget it. You're treating mistakes as though they were your enemy. They're not. They are the greatest teachers. Nor is silence your refuge. It's your prison. Don't wait for a perfect day to begin. True confidence knows no right time. There's just this time, right now, so open your mouth and say one sentence. No one may be listening but the mirror, because that first sentence is not a mere utterance. It is a door, and thereafter you begin to change everything. Chapter 2. One's voice is enough to practice speaking. Practice itself does not require a partner. In an honest spirit, let me tell you something that most people never say aloud. You do not need a speaking partner. You don't need a teacher at your side. You do not have to join a class or move to a new country. In order to start speaking English, all you need is your own voice. That's right. It's your voice. We've all been told that speaking is something to be shared by two. We need someone to speak with, someone to correct us, and someone to listen. But here's how it is. Before you speak with others, you must first talk to yourself. And once that is learned, everything on this earth becomes different. In the bathroom and in the kitchen, they are both good places and so quiet too, but because people speak there, I couldn't talk. When I opened the refrigerator door and saw a bottle of milk inside, I exclaimed, "I have some milk." Then I made tea. I'm going to make tea. Walked out the door with, "See you when I get back." They were not specialized studies, but they were actual experiences. And practice is still better than theory that just looks pretty on paper. One of the most effective practice grounds I succeeded in creating was the mirror. It seems absurd, doesn't it? Talking to one's own reflection? But the mirror was my teacher. It didn't laugh. It never corrected me. It never told me I was wrong or that it wasn't up to standard. It just listened. And sometimes that's all we need, to talk and be heard. Grasping the mirror, I looked at my own eyes and said, "You can do it." I wasn't crying. I didn't even smile at first. I was kind of anxious, even though I was alone. Saying it again, "You can do it." I began to add more words. You are learning to speak English. You are courageous. And gradually, something within me seemed to shift. It's not just repeating words. You are constructing yourself. You are building faith. That's what actual confidence is. It doesn't come from a magic wand, and even if it did, that would be terrible. It takes practice every day, in small amounts. You may not have a person with whom to talk, but you can still practice. Your kitchen is your classroom. The time you take walking to work is practice time. Your mirror can be your best friend. Try it out now. Stand up, go to the mirror, look at your own face, look yourself in the eye, and say, I am learning English. Say, I am doing something amazing. Say, I can talk, and I am able to. Right from the beginning, you'll have some shaking in your voice. You may not look your hearer directly in the eye, but as time goes on, your words become smoother, your voice stronger, and something else has happened. You begin to believe yourself. You don't need other people to approve of every word that comes out of your mouth. You don't have to wait for a specialized meeting or conference. It is all there inside you. Power is latent in your voice, and you are with yourself all the time. So now you can practice all of the time. The bathroom mirror, the kitchen table, the window at sunset, they become all places now to speak, to grow, to try, to smile. And that is the best thing of all. There is no pressure. You are not being judged. No one is laughing at you, not even the mirror. It only reflects you, and it shows your brave struggle to reclaim the sounds of words. So when people say, but no one will talk with me, I ask them, what about you? What about your own voice? The power that quickened in you is stronger than any force can speak. It is now expanded outside yourself. Every word is shaping you. You cannot learn confidence at school. It grows with your own words, word by word, slowly and gently. So start today. Start now, not tomorrow, not next week. Start now. You don't need a partner. You don't need to wait. You've already got the best practice partner there is in the whole world. Chapter 3. Speak in something you create. When English is not the majority language spoken in your city, it is easy to think there are no chances to practice speaking. No cafes, no markets, no airports speak English. But what if I told you, you can make those places? You don't need to go to London, New York, or Sydney, because the most powerful place in the world to practice English is inside your head. Now the author will explain to you how. It was quiet, and nothing special was happening, so I quieted down in my room. And then I saw what I should do. To increase mouth-watering sensation, John looked by pretending that he was in a small cafe. John was able to visualize an unoccupied seat opposite him and say, hello, I'll have a coffee, which then leads to an appropriate response for the conversation. Thus, it was only fake, but I was both the actor and also the director. No one else had to be there, and in fact, I made up everything. And like that, I was talking in a cafe. While public, you can also pretend you are an English teacher. Hello, boys and girls. Hello, teacher. Good morning. Good morning. This is one of the great secrets to gaining confidence. Do not speak, yet pretend you are being spoken to. Create, in your head, an English world of your own. So is its length or its accuracy not important. You can be a tourist seeking information on directions. Excuse me, where's the train station? Then you may imagine coming back to tell somebody about it, prompting a reply, keep on straight, turn left. Perhaps you are in a shop. Give me the price of this handbag. It's $20. Are there new ones in? Whenever you pretend a scene like this, each time your brain is beginning to believe it. You are not regurgitating English words. You are living in English. This is a great step forward. Your brain and mouth are learning to trigger each other spontaneously, and you bridge the gap between the world and its language. And guess what? It's private. No pressure. No alien voices goading. How could you say such a thing? That's wrong. You might sit at your desk, pretending that you are out at the airport. Excuse me, where can I find gate number 10? Straight ahead. How long is the flight? It's about 6 hours long. You can lie down on your bed and pretend you're checking into a hotel. I have a reservation under the name Maria. Can I see your ID? Yes, here it is. You can even conduct your own interviews. What is the happy herb? I like spicy noodles very much. How come? It's just that eating them reminds me of home. This is not only a practice, but a performance. It's as if it's your stage. You're steadily adding to your English scenario every time you do that. At first, it will seem that they are very small, but as time goes by, your mind will be quicker and quicker. Your answers will begin to come more quickly, and you will never have to look for words again. They will come to you because you already lived these situations in your imaginary world. What is more, you begin to find it entertaining. Playing different roles, you ridicule yourself, and today, you are a traveler. Tomorrow, you are a shopkeeper. The next day, you are just yourself, talking about the day that has passed, your plans for tomorrow, and how you are feeling at the moment. This method makes you really impressive because it's not merely words. You're putting life into English, and this without any other person, without actually going anywhere, without even a special time or place. You don't need a classroom. You don't need anything but your own imagination, and you've got that, haven't you? So it starts small. You choose a situation, any. Buying fruit, ordering dinner, making an appointment, create a short scene, ask questions of yourself, answer out loud. Even whispered replies will do. Come. It can be a little scene. Speak out. Even if you just whisper, you have to speak out loud. You are the actor, for you are the one who is in charge. You are also the audience, watching and listening attentively. Expect the above, taken from the Korean drug Wong and Long Bong and Jong Ponderosa's Todd Vo rightness, also Bane, take it as satire. Proctor Thatton, it's seen a yes, and so do I. He yawned in English. Then begin right now. Close your eyes. Pardon me, when does the bus leave? It leaves at 5. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. No thanks needed. English is revealed in it. You just need self-confidence. It all happens in the mind. Do the same exercise. Imagine more scenes, or ask more questions and answer them for yourself. Anyway, you are learning to not only speak English well, but also live in it. 4.2. How to get ahead in daily life. Now, what do you think of this? Confidence is not something built one day a week. It's not something to be waited for. It isn't even something you search for. It's a kind of overflowing urge you maintain towards the life you have already known. Because confidence does not require additional time. It only takes more experiences, and those experiences are already happening. I'll show you how. Right now, think of something you do every single day. Brushing your teeth, unlocking your phone, boiling water for tea. They are part and parcel of your life. You don't have to think about them. But if whenever executing one of these activities, you say one sentence in English, just one. It's called a one-sentence trigger, and it goes like this. When you're brushing your teeth, I am brushing my teeth now. Or, today I have a busy morning. That's all. One sentence each time. When you unlock your phone, you could say, let's see the news, or I wonder who texted me today. When you make tea, say, this smells good, or I enjoy drinking tea in the afternoon. You start finding triggers in your everyday life that don't require extra time and induce you to start using English. And what's more, they don't need a special place. They just happen. So why don't they talk in the middle as they do? This is so important for learners to understand. Suddenly you realize that you are not waiting anymore for the perfect time to practice, yet still doing so. Think about it. You can boil water every day. You take the bus to work, you open the refrigerator, you change your clothes. These are all perfect, quiet moments for your mouth to work. Not long sentences exactly as it got, and not perfect grammar. Just something. Enough to wake him up a little. You just seem to be grappling with English to wake out from hibernation. The key is that bit by bit, as you repeat doing this over and over, your brain begins to associate English with life. It is no longer an object of study. It just goes without saying. This is where confidence starts to build. Hence, you no longer ask yourself, when can I practice? Instead, it becomes, I am practicing. One learner I spoke to said this, I used to think there was no time for me to practice speaking, but then I just started talking while feeding my dog. It's just a sentence, right? He looks hungry today. Then the next day, he wags his tail. And now, every morning, I talk to him. I'm not afraid to speak out loud anymore. This is what it's all about. You combine English with the world around you, your real self, and your real voice. And so, practice becomes not work, but part of your life. Why not try a stepping test? Choose your own list of triggers. Pick 3 small daily actions. Next to each action, write one English sentence that is short and to the point. Then, every day, just do it. What it means just might be, open the window and say, it feels so good out there today. Turn on the light and say, now the day can really begin. Be happy that you can wash dishes. Today I made something delicious. These aren't lessons, they're moments. And self-confidence lives in these moments. As time goes on, those single sentence triggers become 2 sentences, and then 3, until suddenly you're talking to yourself about your plans, your day, and your ideas, all without any fear. You never needed more vocabulary. You never needed a master or a grammar book. All you needed to do was just start with one sentence, attached to something you already do. This is why this method works for all. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter how busy you are. It doesn't matter whether you're shy, scared, or weary. All can do it. Your life naturally gives you all the opportunities you need. You've only got to speak when they occur. And once you learn that maybe tomorrow slowly changes to here and now, because you can do it, you have already done it. Chapter 5. The Secret Weapon, Your Voice Recorder. You've been speaking, you've been working, and inside, something has begun to change. Now, it's time for this kind of courage. The courage to hear yourself out. We don't need a classroom setting or a partner for that. We just need this single device, the one that's already in your pocket, your voice recorder. Yes, this ordinary-looking tool has the capacity to transform everything about your learning process. This is why. When you speak, your brain is full of noise. You're worrying about words and grammar, getting nervous, and so on. Hear yourself back, though, and something totally different takes place. If your Chinese is not good, do not fret. The following. The first stage is progress, and on this page you begin to hear progress. Let me show you how to use it. Step 1. Speak very shortly. Just 10 to 15 seconds, saying something. It might be, "Today I woke up early, went shopping with my girlfriend, and drank breakfast at 8. I like watching movies in the evenings. My favorite comedy happens to have humor." Step 2. Press the record button. Speak slowly, then clearly. It doesn't matter if you are not perfect. Step 3. Play back what you have just said. You may feel strange at first. You might think, "Is this really my voice?" You will probably recognize that your braver-than-looks voice is by now familiar enough. Don't listen to assess. Listen to notice. Notice which parts sound clear. Notice your rhythm, and notice little improvements. You may even be a little surprised. But here's what typically happens next. You'll be able to hear a sentence and think, "Wait a minute, this sounds like English." And in that moment, confidence grows from within. This is no longer just practice, it is proof, should you want to go on. Step 4. Copy native speakers. Find a sentence in a video, podcast, show, or conversation. Speak quietly into your recorder, then play it back and repeat. Listen again. Are you fitting the tone and the rhythm of the sentence? Not exact, but closer than yesterday. Each time you do this, one thing changes. You are not just learning to speak. You're starting to sound like yourself in English. A lot of students have told me this stage. I've always felt my English was very poor. But when I recorded myself speaking, I discovered I don't sound bad at all. I sound like somebody who's growing. This change from shame into self-esteem is huge. Because the voice recorder does not interrupt. It will not smile. It corrects you, but just shows the effort you have expended. You can hear yourself grow stronger. So let's make it simple. Challenge. For 7 days, record your voice once a day. One short sentence. Then save the recordings. Label them. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3. After 7 days, turn to Day 1 again. You'll hear it. From fear came confidence. The sound of doubt is about to be replaced by clearness. Even if your grammar isn't perfect, even if your accent is still heavy, listen to the progress that comes out of it. And here is the point where most viewers stay until the end. It is what they want to feel. That point is when they hit play and they hear something new, confidence in themselves. This chapter is not about the tool, but what the tool brings you. Proof, speed, dignity. You have moved past just practicing English. Now you are someone who thinks and believes that they can speak it. And this is true fluency. Chapter 6. Speak like it's real, because it is. You have spoken silently. You spoke to your own reflection. You recorded your voice. It felt possible. Now it is time to bring English to life. Not just words, not just practice, performance, presence, power. That's why you won't be learning the truth, which is that you don't speak English for the sake of tests. You speak it to live, to connect, to feel. So in this chapter, we stop practicing and we start speaking like it's real. Imagine this. You don't tell the other person, "I'm tired." You sound tired. Your face relaxes slightly. Your voice is lower. Your body slumps. Or instead of saying, "I'm excited," you smile. Your eyes widen. Your voice is musical. Now you use your hands to lift your body up. For English isn't just grammar, it's force. And when you speak with emotion, alone or with others, you will find that it becomes real. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Use emotion. Say, "a scrambled day," instead of just piling up reports. "This morning I spilled coffee on my shirt. I was so angry." Act out all of your reviews, feeling every word. Smile when you're talking about something fun. Frown when something goes wrong. Emotions, really? Be dramatic. Because someone speaks English each day, not because everyone's watching. Step 3. Speak to what matters. Tell what big plans you have ahead of you. Share anything from regresses. "I want to go abroad again. I'm scared to make mistakes, but I'm still trying. I'm learning. I'm not perfect, but I am getting better." And all of a sudden, it's not drudgery any longer. It's your voice, your life, your trek. This is the moment the heart is touched. Because now, you're not just asking for confidence. You're getting it. You've gone from silent to speaking, from meek to brave, from practicing to performing, from wishful thinking to believing. But you don't need a stage to put on a play. At times, to be true, you just have to feel it. And once you sense it, English is yours. English will be yours. Are you looking for synonyms? Not perfect, but powerful. Because now, every time you utter a word, you're not just learning another language. It becomes a part of you. If you've made it this far, then you've already accomplished something great. You listened, you envisioned, you started to talk. Don't give up now. Confidence is a result of saying it many times. So press the subscribe button. Like this video if you think you are also making progress. And leave a comment below. What was the most spoken sentence you uttered today? I am going to respond to all of them. Not very lonely, because we are in this together. Even if it's not perfect, it still matters. Because when you speak, you grow. And when you grow, you are invincible.